Hi, my name's John Cordy, and in the 80s and 90s, I think it was, I've kind of got a loose memory of this stuff. I used to go into people's houses, sometimes in the day, sometimes in the night, and I would go into their wardrobe and I was specifically looking for kind of jeans, maybe shirts and stuff, but of a certain texture. That was all I was there for, but sometimes I'd have to do certain things to certain people, whether that was binding them or sometimes torturing them, that sort of stuff. But what I was really there for was the denim, and that's why you could call me Denim Raider. Eventually I got caught because I sent the police sort of like a taunting message on a floppy disk, and turns out you can trace stuff on a floppy disk. But yeah, Denim Raider. Alright, I found on my phone, I've been working on this little idea, and it's kind of a legato pattern that I'm interested in doing more with. I think it started off as this kind of thing. So that kind of idea, where I was thinking of A altered. Resolving to F. So if you're not familiar with some of that stuff, A altered or B flat melodic minor, and then I'm resolving from that to F major. So again, just slowly. On each string, essentially what I'm doing is this, and then descending the next kind of 3 note per string. So I thought, okay, we could do that in melodic minor sense. So I've also been doing that over the C kind of altered in F major, so chord 5. That essentially is like C sharp melodic minor for that. So slower. But what I was thinking is you could also take that legato pattern and obviously apply it to, so we could be in F major and you could start it here on the C, so or you could start it on this E. So you could basically apply it anywhere where there's a 3 note per string pattern. So I'll just show you it in F in kind of root position, starting on the F, and that'll probably be the easiest way to think about it. So start on the F, on the 13th fret on the E string, then the G, then back to the F, and then start ascending from the A down to this D. And then you repeat that same idea on the next kind of 2 strings. And then you kind of figure out your own way how to finish off the lick that is going to apply over the chords that you're playing. And that's the reason that at the end of my melodic minor phrases I'm doing something to make it resolve back into F, hopefully. So at the very end of that phrase, and I think that'd be something useful that I could use generally in kind of jazz stuff. So that's what I'm working on. You can grab the tabs for that on Patreon. I'll kind of give a few examples of what I'm thinking there. this is just something new to me. You might also want to consider breaking that phrase down. If you're trying to play it in a jazz context, a shorter version of it might be useful, so to kind of figure this out in a shorter phrase that could fit within sort of quicker moving changes potentially. So something like that. Something like that might actually be more useful or more usable than the whole long phrase that goes across all 6 strings. So hopefully that's vaguely interesting. And you could use that in that way in just a major scale. But it's kind of a nice phrase that feels good under the fingers and can be either legato or picked, like, because it's jazz, I'm kind of picking it more at the moment. But that's kind of the framework and the pattern that I'm going to apply over quite a few different 3-note per string things, hopefully if I remember to this week. And that's just a phrase that I want to get into my playing. As I've said before, the thing for me that works nicely about legato, or things that I like to do, are instead of things that just move scale wise, I like to use things that are like sequences, so, or you know, things that aren't just straight up and down. And this is kind of a new one. Yeah, so this is new to me, but I think it's something that I think sounds quite cool. So if you want the worksheet for that for Patreon, I'll also probably put up a backing track where I'm moving between the C alt and the F major, because I want to practice this myself. Hopefully that's vaguely interesting. Again, all the pattern is, and then you repeat that on the string below. And then apply that in all the kind of 3-note per string patterns that you know. Thank you for stopping by. If you wanted to like and subscribe, you could. You can also get my Helix presets and stuff in the description. The stuff for this will be up on Patreon. I'll put up a backing track where you can kind of apply the altered idea if you wanted to try that. We're getting towards like the midpoint of the month, and generally as we get close to the end of the month, I would advise you to wait until the next month to subscribe to Patreon. Basically it charges you as you subscribe, so towards the end of the month I'm not going to really recommend you to join my Patreon until the start of the next month, so you don't get charged twice, if that makes sense. Thank you for stopping by. Catch you for another video soon. Cheers.